Congress. I'm Patrick Vanderwill. I'm the Chief Communications Officer of InterDigital. I'm going to walk you through what is the biggest, best, most exciting presence we've ever had at this show. We've been
the space, and so we are.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Barcelona 2017 and Mobile World Congress. I'm Patrick Vanderwill. I'm the Chief Communications Officer of InterDigital. I'm going to walk you through what is the biggest, best, most exciting presence we've ever had at this show. We've been coming to Mobile World Congress since before it was called Mobile World Congress. We've been coming here for 20 years, but we've never come quite like we have this year. It's our most exciting booth and our most exciting demos ever. Let me walk you through it. Follow me. As many of our investors know, IoT is one of the most exciting parts of our business. We're hoping it's going to grow into a really significant business, and we're one of the originators in the space. We've been doing IoT research since 2009. I'm going to introduce Vanya Subotic, Dr. Vanya Subotic, who helps to run our IoT segment. And Vanya, what are we looking at here?
Thank you, Patrick. Well, so we have 4 videos and demos here that are showing some of the industries that we have been focusing on over the past year or so. We have energies and utilities sector here, couple of smart city applications, intelligent transport, one transport that we talked about before, as well as environmental monitoring on the other side, and smart building applications that we've been focusing on with Harman.
And we've got some new partnerships that we've brought into the fold, is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. So for this particular solution here that we're showing in smart meter, we have partnered with CA, Computer Associates, who are a very large company dealing with the enterprises in the space. And so we are bringing to the table, of course, our middleware platform solutions. We're using off-the-shelf meters, and Computer Associates, they're bringing their API management expertise, which lets us build these sample applications very easily.
And the big differentiator for us, as it always is at InterDigital, our work is standards-based. What's the advantage to that?
Well, the standards-based approach lets you kind of horizontalize and apply your solutions to multiple verticals, right? So I've already spoken about some of the verticals that we are looking at. It also lets you kind of connect those verticals together. So if you're thinking about really creating that Internet of Things kind of space where you're connecting your environmental monitoring, your energy and utilities, your transportation, all into kind of one, sector or one platform, it lets you do that. It prevents the single vendor lock-ins. It lets you evolve your solutions because you kind of have a future-proof roadmap. There are many, many benefits, Patrick.
You think of what that means in the real world in business, right? So I'll give you a simple example. One company is running one system. They buy a company running a different system. And all of a sudden it becomes very, very complicated to tie them all together. But if they're running a standards-based system, that's not an issue, right?
That's not an issue. But because, today there are so many companies that are running their proprietary solutions, and it's really, really difficult to kind of connect all these silos together. We also have another solution, Patrick, that's called Watt.io, and that lets you sort of integrate all these different legacy data sources and services. It's essentially a data and services orchestration environment that lets you evolve to these, future-proof standard-based solutions.
Fantastic, thank you. This is a business we're very, very excited about. We think it's going to be a real growth driver for the company. I think a lot of our shareholders agree. Follow me, we'll look at something else that's really exciting. Over on the 5G side of research, we did a project this year. There's a lot of folks that the way they approach 5G, I call it's a bit like Formula One racing. They build a car that is tuned for the track. But if you're trying to go cross country, you're never going to make it, right? and we pride ourselves on building really real world solutions. One of the real world solutions we've built is what I would call kind of the 4x4 SUV of 5G solutions. And I've got François Perriard, who's going to walk us through it.
Hi, Patrick. Yeah, so this is a demonstration about our millimeter wave transport network, and it's integrating both the front haul and the back haul traffic in this low latency and high throughput transport. So what we have deployed here is actually a 3-node mesh network right on the roof of the booth here, and we're transporting live traffic, packetized front haul as well as back haul traffic, and we're also streaming video for the other demonstration that we have here. So specifically, our solution provides a unified SDN management for both front haul and back haul, and we have a software that is able to manage the nodes and talk to a centralized controller. So what we do is that we provide a service intent in the form of a service level agreement and QoS. And so we can support multi-tenancy going through the network. And so the controller will basically take care of the path calculation and will provision all the nodes so that we can provide a service.
Very good, thank you. Integrated front haul back haul. Why is integrated front haul back haul important for 5G? What does it enable?
Yeah, well, typically you have a separate transport network for the front haul with CPRI lines, very expensive optical fiber. What we are showing here is that some of the front haul solution will be packetized, and once you packetize the front haul solution, you can bring that with the back haul traffic, so you get this unified network and you lower the costs.
You lower the costs, less wires, less tearing up of stuff to build new networks, and the networks are more easy to deploy. This is a project that's funded by the European Commission. It's part of the 5G cross-haul, and as you can see, I'm holding up the sign here. You can see that the partnerships that we're involved with on this project involve the biggest names in the space. NEC, Ericsson, Nokia, Fraunhofer, Telefonica, Orange, just the greatest brands in the space, and we're very proud to be a lead on that project. Thank you, François. The mesh network he was talking about is also powering one of our more popular demos here in Barcelona. It's a 5G versus 4G virtual reality simulation where we're using a game that approximates remote surgery. And what we're basically showing is it's a lot easier to do remote surgery when you've got no latency and what you're looking at is actually what you're doing, as opposed to when you've got the latency of some older technologies. It's a great demo. A lot of people have been playing it, lots of fun, and we're giving away some prizes as well. We can't show you everything. We do some great video development work here, and we've got some examples of 360 video that we're showing here based out of our San Diego office. But the next project I'd like to show you, and I'm going to introduce Dirk Troosen, who leads this project, is something called Flips. you need to be as smart as Dirk and Sebastian to understand exactly how Flips works, but they're going to explain it to you.
Yeah, you don't need to be quite as smart. What we're doing in the project is really to allow you to run normal IP services, everything you know on your phone, everything you use in the internet, but with improved performance, with improved quality of experience, and with lower cost for the operator. That's really what we're doing. The demo that we're showcasing here as a use case is personalized video delivery. So, kind of like your Netflix, your Amazon Video at home, you're watching video. What you don't know usually is there are a number of users that are probably watching the same video at the same time. And what we're showing in the demo is how the video delivery will be improved in the network if that happens. So we have a number of users that will watch, and the performance of the network goes up.
The impetus for this demo is, in layman's term, I think, the fact that the internet as it is currently designed can simply not scale to the traffic of the future. Is that correct?
That's correct. The move in video delivery is really towards personalized experiences. So if I start a stream, I expect to get a stream, and that's how it's implemented. I get an individual stream. If I have 30 other people watching the same stream, they will get 30 streams, even though the streams are all the same. Right? It's not been designed to really accommodate that these people could actually receive the same one. You still have the individual experience, but you have a common delivery. We enable the common delivery in the network.
Take us through the demo.
Sebastian is going to...
Thanks, Dirk. So basically what we have is we have a network of around 50 nodes. Those 50 nodes are in an overlay network across Europe, and we have 4 nodes in the back here and the other nodes across European countries.
And this isn't a pretty picture on a slide. This is existing and running right now.
This is a live demo, and all those nodes are connected in the end to 35 users, and 35 users, they're waiting now for a trigger from me here in Barcelona to play out a video. So once I'm starting playing out the video, what will happen is that those machines will also receive a trigger that I started watching the video, and what you can see then here on top is the multicast gain at the server that provides the video. And this is at runtime. So we can see that in the video they're requesting is chunk-based, that we can basically map them to around 25 users per multicast group, which has an improvement at the moment of around almost 2,000% over standard IP.
Focus in on that if you could, because this shows you the power of this solution. We're talking about a 2,000% gain.
Yes, over standard IP. Now, what I do now on top is I'm adding latency between Barcelona and the UK, to which we are connected to. And this essentially, in a couple of seconds, we will see on the right here, the finger will go up, which is the latency measurement locally here. And what will happen is that at runtime, we are now switching the clients playing out a local video to a server running here in Barcelona without the clients knowing anything about what we are doing in the background.
And again, you snap back to the gain at the server. When you introduce some latency, look at the gains. We're up to almost 3,000% in gains based on legacy IP.
Yes, and you can see now the finger here. The second one is the multicast gain on the local playout, which you can see is a full 100%. And in the figure in the middle here, you see that the 3 clients that are playing out locally, they're all in the same multicast group, so we're sending out the stream only once.
So what this basically means is everybody's getting the personalized video experience they want. They're clicking on that Netflix video they want to watch. They're getting that video. But at the server, we're talking 3,000% gains in efficiency. And at the device, at the phone that they're using to watch, or the tablet or the TV, they're talking about a 200% gain in value, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And also bear in mind that there's no change required on your phone or your tablet where you watch the video. We're just doing the magic in the network.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. We've got one last demo I'd like to show you. So one of the things that InterDigital does, and everything we've seen to date, has been research that is done by our own engineers in our own labs. But a very important thing that we've been doing over the last few years has been partnering with research entities from outside our company, research labs, universities, even individual inventors who are very, very strong in technology development, and bringing them into a program we've got called Innovation Partners, where we sponsor the research, they're able to achieve certain technological achievements, and can we get the IP and we're able to license that in the future into new markets. So I'm going to take you through a last demo which involves a really important future field, which is driverless cars, autonomous cars, and the integration of driverless cars and regular drivered cars, I guess. We're going to laugh in a few years to think that people used to drive cars. Samian Kerr is part of our Innovation Partners team. What are we looking at here?
So we are looking at this vertical of self-driving cars and thinking of it as an application of 5G technology. So we're thinking of the world in future where you have mixed human-driven cars and autonomous cars. And just as humans today perceive risk of how others are driving around them and adjust their behavior, the self-driving cars in the simulation are looking at how a human-driven car, which is being driven by this over a virtual reality system, is how it is impacting how risky that driving behavior is, and how it's and using that information, the self-driving cars adjust their own driving behavior. So essentially, it's the safety, improving their safety by using communication and information exchange over V2V and V2I communications.
And who's our partner on this, and who can describe the demo for us?
So we commissioned this project with IHMC, so we have my colleague Tim Hutchison who's going to...
Let's go meet Tim.
Tim, you want to talk about it?
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Patrick.
So tell me what we're looking at with this demo.
So this is a mixed reality demonstration where we combine virtual reality with the reality of the table, the physical car, with the risk and the visuals within the virtual reality for risk and V2V communication, which you can see on the screen, and you can see those things while you're driving. So you get this experience of embracing the risks that you're creating and your driving skills and what's going on in terms of communication between cars when you've got a group of cars in an ad hoc network on the highway that are sharing information about risk and behavior.
You guys have been a great partner to us. Tell me what IHMC is and what you guys are about.
IHMC is a research organization for robotics and artificial intelligence. And we develop legged robots, humanoids, wheeled robots. We do a lot of work in semantics and different types of AI.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So that's what I wanted to show you here today. We've got a mix of IoT demos, a mix of 5G demos, and even a partner demo. It's been an amazing show for us. I don't know if you can see in the back, we've also got an in-house studio that we've been doing some live panels and streaming panels back to the world. I want to say thank you to a number of folks before we sign off today. First of all, we've got some institutional investors who've been with our company for a long time, really believe in our story. I want to thank you for being part of the InterDigital family. We've got some retail investors who've been part of our company and believers in our stock since a time so long ago that you really needed to have a lot of vision to understand what we were doing, and I think lately they've really been rewarded for that vision. So I want to thank the retail investors, and a special shout out to Mickey Britt, who I know health-wise has been through a tough year. Mickey, we're all with you. Lastly, when we come to a show like this, we send a couple of dozen engineers to put up our demos, but those 24 engineers are showing the work that's done by an engineering team of the better part of almost 200 engineers back home. So I want to say thank you to all the InterDigital employees and specifically the labs staff for developing the stuff that we're able to show here in Barcelona today. And thank you all for joining us.